This week, political drama with the government shutdown, a tennis milestone from Carlos Alcaraz, warnings about a market pullback, a health myth you probably believe, and the role of AI in stabilizing our economy. Let's get into the facts. First up, the US federal government is in a partial shutdown. Some are blaming one party or another, saying it's entirely their fault. But what's true, and what's political spin?
Here's the fact. Shutdowns happen when Congress fails to pass funding, and both parties have contributed historically. Blaming one side exclusively ignores the checks, vetoes, and procedural rules that shape the process. We also saw recent proposals tying health funding to immigration rhetoric, but fact-checkers show many of those claims are overstated.
So while the blame game is loud, the real story is in the legislative mechanics. Next, in tennis, Carlos Alcaraz hit a major milestone. He recorded his 250th career match win at Queen's Club, a major achievement given his young age.
But that's not all! Since the start of 2023, he has posted a 23-1 record on grass courts, one of the best on tour. That kind of dominance on grass, combined with his youth and versatility, marks him as one of the all-time greats in the making. For tennis fans, that stat alone is enough to tune in next week.
And by the way, if you're enjoying these weekly facts, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. It helps the channel grow and keeps you up to date every week. Turning to money, market watchers and the IMF have flagged concerns of a sharp correction in U.S. equity markets.
Here's the nuance. Some sectors, especially tech, are overvalued relative to earnings. Historically, corrections tend to hit high-flying stocks hardest. Fact, corrections of 10 to 20% are fairly common in bull markets. The warning now is about timing, when this happens, and which sectors bear the brunt.
So while markets aren't collapsing today, the risk is real, especially if interest rates or global shocks intervene. Let's break a health myth people love, that megadoses of vitamin D cure everything from colds to chronic fatigue. To get to the bottom of that, let's bring Dr. Thomas and hear what he thinks about this claim.
Here's the fact. More isn't always better. Oversupplementing vitamin D can lead to toxicity, kidney damage, and imbalances. Clinical studies show that moderate evidence-based dosing is safe, but extreme claims have little support. So next time someone says, take tons of vitamin D, remember, balance and science matter.
Finally, let's talk tech. Some analysts argue that AI investment is helping cushion the U.S. economy from deeper downturns.
Fact. According to reports from the IMF and financial institutions, increased AI deployment in industries like logistics, automation, and data processing is contributing to productivity gains. But here's the caveat. The gains are uneven. Some jobs are disrupted, and inequality can widen if gains aren't broadly shared.
Still, the idea that AI is purely destructive is too simplistic. It's both a disruptor and a stabilizer, depending on how it's used. So this week we covered politics, sports, money, health, and tech. 5 claims, 5 facts. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you like fact-based clarity over noise, hit subscribe and come back next week for Facts of the Week. See you next time.